The ministerial screening process, watched closely by Nigerians as the men and women nominated by President Buhari for possible cabinet positions were questioned in the Senate chamber. But away from the seat of power in Nigeria, and what do people really think about the process? Well, Zuma Rock is said to be a symbol of unity, representing the ideology behind establishing a capital on neutral territory. Well, we saw Nigerians unite earlier this year when they voted in new President Muhammadu Buhari on the promise of change. But 5 months since he took the reins of power, still no government. So are the cracks beginning to show? For some, the delicate balancing act of choosing the right people to run the country justifies the time that's been taken. But the delay in the nomination and adoption of a cabinet has been a frustration for others and left many wondering just when the government's going to kick into gear.
Well, what is going on now in Abuja, we need a correction and a real change in our country. But the way the change is coming is affecting many others in our side. So the problem as a driver, what we are facing now, even though you have plate number, they'll still arrest you. Even though you just do a least mistake, they'll arrest you, and if they take your bike, you can't get it no more. They'll be expecting that until you give them 10,000 or 5,000 before they'll release your bike back onto you, which is wrong. Instead of bringing change, they're still bringing corruption. So we want the government to take correction and check all these things and amend it. And we believe, with God's help, we'll enjoy it and this corruption will stop.
The ministerial nominee list too attracted criticism for the fact that there was no one under the age of 40 on it.
Okay, what we need in the area is really we need assistance, and we need people the young ones to grow. The one that will make the young ones to grow. So we'll be the leader of tomorrow. Not them killing us, you understand? Because they are there doing the politics, you understand? They are using us for the politics, which we are here dying. And we are crying inside. Nobody used to feel the pains. So what they can do for the ministry is just for the youth to grow up, to find a situation that we can be doing one or two things so we can be less busy. That's the problem. We can't just sit down there, no work. Okay, what do you expect us to do when we don't have work? There must be violence everywhere, you understand? So they have to do something about it.
Out on the street, President Buhari still has strong support.
Yes, we need Buhari well. We like him.
But the promises made have been huge. Whilst there have been some big decisions taken on security, bombings in the Boko Haram stronghold in the northeast of the country have been on the rise. And when it comes to other clear policies on, for example, the economy, well, there haven't really been any. We travel on to Gurara Falls and speak to one of the managers whose family's worked in the area for decades.
I think our people should understand and support the government of General Buhari on fighting corruption. If Buhari cannot fight corruption, I think there will be no investment in Nigeria. This waterfall is a very beautiful site. It's an untapped resource. We're even praying for the investors to come and invest and develop this Gurara waterfall. This is a very beautiful waterfall which is untapped. It can create job opportunities. It can generate more revenue to Nigeria.
It's been a turbulent year for Nigeria. Elections that were widely praised, a cabinet that's been slow to form, but a sense that maybe, just maybe, the tides here are turning. Still a young democracy, Nigeria has become known for corruption, for violence, but it's also a country with vast natural resources and areas of breathtaking beauty. And it's this that Nigerians want the world to see. But turning the country around, that's going to be a painstaking task. And all eyes are going to be on whether this government, this new president, is going to be up to the job. Sarah Firth reporting for Arise News in Nigeria.